here with Emmy Raver-Lampman and Tom Hopper from the Umbrella Academy. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Of course.
I love the show.
Oh, good.
Oh my goodness, it was so much fun.
Okay.
So it's this big action show, but it's also about family. Did you guys as a cast, kind of try to bond like siblings? Did you do any activities off screen? Or?
I don't think there was much trying.
It wasn't much trying.
Yeah.
It happened
No effort.
very organically, weirdly,
Yeah.
you know.
You put us all in a room together, and then we all just kind of get on like old mates.
Yeah,
It's really,
it's weird,
I'm
but
turning
it's
into
great.
you. I just said mates.
See, that's how much time she spends with me. She's turned British.
Yeah, I think, and then we're also, none of us live in Toronto, even though, Ellen is from here, but none of us. So I think we all kind of, in our spare time when we weren't on set, would always kind of find each other and would go out and do things and go see movies and karaoke, and we really had a great time in Toronto.
Oh, that fun stuff. Do either of you have siblings? Did you pull on those relationships at all?
Yeah. Well, I come from a family of 4 siblings. I'm one of 4. So I totally get this whole kind of dynamic, and having to compromise and not wanting to compromise, all that sort of stuff is very present, and also just taking the mick out of each other constantly.
Taking the what?
The mick. You can use that one.
Taking the mick.
Yeah, you can use that
it.
for your British impressions.
A little authenticity for your British stuff.
Yeah,
Taking the mick out.
Taking the mick.
I actually grew up an only child. I have a half-sister who's 20 years younger than me. So she was born when I was already in college. So this was a whole new experience, taking on a load of brothers and one sister.
So many brothers, right?
So many
the
brothers.
ratio's a little off.
I know, it's a little, but it's okay. She can hold her own.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So having seen the show, one of my absolute favorite scenes was the Luther and Allison dance. And it's in the trailer, and you're like, okay, they have a little dance. But then the scene is so fun, and it's so cute, and it just kind of blows you away. Was it as fun to film, or was it stressful and hard to because the crazy cameras are going? And
the filming itself was probably the least stressful and most fun part, because it didn't last very long. We were expecting to be there all night doing the dance, and we did it 5 times all the way through, and they just shot around it, But I suppose for me, the most stressful part was when Steve Blackman told me I was going to do it.
You just go white.
I'm going to do what now? It was very alien to me. So fortunately, I had this one here to guide me all the way through, because I'd have been a mess without her. And also Emma Portner, Ellen's amazing wife. She's an incredible choreographer.
Yeah. So he smashed it. We had such a great time, and he's such a good partner for someone who's never danced like that before. I mean, he dances, but not like that.
Mainly hip-based.
You've seen it.
Yeah, exactly. My crabbing is all I had to give.
But he was just such a great partner, and so willing to learn, and there was no ego involved, and there was it was such a great experience. And I mean, quite frankly, I think we spent 7 hours over 4 days learning it, and then maybe 2 hours shooting it. It was pretty quick for someone who's never danced before. I was very
It must have been nice to also be the only scene where you're not wearing that muscle suit. I assume it's a muscle suit.
Yeah.
You didn't just get that jacked.
Yeah, it was nice to put a normal suit on. Yeah, it was. But also felt really different. It's hard to, because Luther is so Luther because of the suit, the Luther we know in the show at least, because he is kind of physically awkward and he's kind of stiff and he's not comfortable in his own skin. So it felt weird being Luther without that. Just felt like Tom again.
Oh, just old Tom.
Just good old Tom.
I will say, while I was watching the show, every scene you're in, I was kind of worried. I'm like, is he super hot in that muscle suit?
It went from hot to cold, depending on what weather it was. Because also there was one time where we did, in the opening episode, we have that fight scene. Me and David have that fight scene in the rain in the courtyard, and that was the coldest I'd ever been in it, because it was -20 or something that day, and they were doing simulated rain, and the suit got completely drenched, and then it was freezing cold. So it was just covered in this freezing cold wet suit. So that became a problem. But then in the summer, it was ridiculously hot. Yeah. So they were really good. They got me this cooling vest thing that it's hilarious. I used to just plug into this thing. It's
like a little lunchbox.
Yeah, I'd take my little box around and
walk around this little lunchbox.
And he'd go, and I'd just sit there and he'd cool me down.
Sounds like you were playing the robot character in those
Yeah,
scenes.
exactly. That's what it
Just gotta
felt like.
Plug
yeah.
in for a bit.
It's where Grace got her inspiration from, I think, was me. Plugging into my machine.
Okay, so this is an action show as well, though. It's
Yeah.
incredibly fun. Did you guys get to do any stunts? Any like dangerous days? Anything cool?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually, it was my mission. I wanted to do all my own stunts, and I did. So going into the dojo and learning Taekwondo and working with our stunt coordinators and stuff. That was like one of my favorite parts because there's a big action scene in one of the first episodes, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, you were like a duck to water to that stuff. Like it was like you'd been doing
it.
it a long time. So, yeah, it's not easy, that fight stuff. Like usually it takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
if someone has never fought before, like it takes time to really learn it. And yeah, but you have like an athletic background as well. Which
Yeah, I
think
like
helps.
grew up playing soccer and running track, so I think that's why they were like, "Oh, you played soccer? Well, like, Taekwondo's cut." That's like a leg-based.
It's a leg-based movement.
It's a leg-based movement.
I mean, leg-based. I was like watching you walk in these heels you're wearing the
Oh,
whole show.
yeah.
Did you fight in the heels?
Oh
or-
yeah,
Oh my
running
goodness.
them, fighting them.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
so impressive.
I know. A couple times I would be given like stunt shoes. Just those were safety reasons. Like running downstairs in 4-inch stilettos wasn't always the safest thing. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll take them off now.
All right, if you guys could have one power of the Umbrella Academy people, what would you want to have? Like kind of like OG power, like what they get when they were born.
If I was to out of all of them, I would probably want 5s because I'd like to time travel. I think the most powerful power is Allison's. Allison's is by far the most influential, for one of a better word, because that's what it is. But yeah, it would be between those two, but the time traveling element might just grab it for me.
I think, I'm kind of on the fence. I have always been saying time travel for like years. I'm like, God, that'd be so great. But now that I'm here, taking on Allison and her crazy power, I think, it also comes with an immense amount of responsibility because it's very dangerous and it's very easily used for selfish reasons. But I think, trying to figure that out would be kind of cool.
And also we see time travel is a little bit dangerous on this show.
Oh yeah, because you might just never come back from wherever you went, whenever you went. Really.
That's what I love about time traveling stuff. It comes with so many complications. The idea of it is like, wow, that's amazing. But then that whole kind of butterfly effect thing, or like you can get stuck there. All those things are what's interesting, but also dangerous about it.